Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our admin, and this is the translation of the message that she sent to me. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. The message reads like this. I never imagined that I'll end up giving out my confession to people that I do not know personally, but there are things that are happening in my life that I need to talk about. I can't tell this to my mom because I know my mom. My mom is a Christian. The moment that I'm going to tell her, she's going to tell me to stop working for this man who is from Zim. So I have been working as a maid for a very wealthy Zim guy, and I thought that working as his maid, it will mean an escape from poverty, a step towards a better future, but nothing would have prepared me for what I have found in his house. My name is Nomsa, not a real name, and this is how I ended up working for this man. He's a wealthy Zimbabwean blesser, and the reason is why I said a blesser, it is because at his house there are women that are always there. Even the moment that he told me that he wanted us to date, and I said no, because already I have seen him with a lot of women, a lot, and these women, they do not care. It is because he has money. So it was in 2022, I was working as a till operator at Checkers supermarket, and here in Johannesburg, life indeed was hard. The hours were long and the pay barely enough to cover my rent and groceries. But I did not have much of a choice. My family back in Alexandra depended on me to send money each and every time, and I could not afford to lose this job, no matter how tired and stressed I was. So one afternoon, as I was scanning groceries for a line of customers, a man stepped up to my till. He was tall, well dressed, and you could tell that this man, he has money. He was wearing designer clothes. His shoes were polished. He looked like someone with more money than he knew what to do with. I recognized him immediately. He was one of our regular customers, always buying expensive, useless items, always calm and composed. That day, as I was busy ringing up his purchases, he smiled at me, and I smiled back at him. It was a kind of a smile that made you feel noticed. So he said, "You look tired." And we kept on talking, and I chuckled nervously, not sure how to respond. "Long day," I said, trying to keep it professional. Customers didn't usually care about the personal lives of supermarket staff, especially not men like him. "How much do they pay you here?" he asked. I froze for a moment, unsure if I should even answer that question. It was strange. People didn't usually ask about our salaries, but something about him, it made me feel like he wanted to help me. So I said, "Not enough." He nodded thoughtfully and he said, "I can offer you something better." He said with his broken Zulu accent, his voice, even though was smooth and romantic, "I can triple what you are earning here. I need someone trustworthy to work in my house as a maid. Think about it," he said. Wow, triple my salary. That sounded too good to be true. Why me? I kept on asking myself. He came back again and he gave me the same offer and he said, "I need someone like you, someone I can trust." I did not know what to say. I needed the money desperately, but something about the way that he was, it made me to feel strange, weird. Still, I could not ignore this opportunity. Triple my salary meant I could finally support my family properly, maybe even make my mom stop going to work because she was working as a maid for this other white man that she had been working for the longest time. So I said this could be an opportunity for me to move out of the cramped room that I was sharing with three other women. Think about it, he kept on telling me, and one day he offered me his business card and he said, "Call me if you are interested." For the first few days, I could not stop thinking about the offer. It seemed almost too good to be true, but the money was hard to ignore. Eventually, I made the call. We arranged a meeting. We met at a cafe in Senton, and from there, everything moved quickly. He explained the job, cleaning his mansion, preparing meals, keeping the place in order. It sounded simple enough, and the pay was exactly what he had promised, triple what I earned at Checkers. When can you start? He asked after we discussed the details. Next week, I replied. The next Monday, I found myself standing in front of his mansion. It was massive, 3 stories high, with large windows that glimmered in the sunlight and high walls surrounding the property. The kind of house you would expect from someone with money. I rang the bell, feeling a mixture of excitement and really nervous. The job could change everything for me. The man came and he greeted me, and each and every time that he would speak with me, I felt more nervous. So we stepped inside, and I could not shake the feeling that something was not right. The house just too quiet. There were some women there, and all of these women, it seemed as if he had spent the night with them in bed. One of the women, she was just walking around, just wearing nothing, virtually nothing. This made me to feel even more nervous. He said, no, do not worry about them. He then chased them and he said, go and wait for me in the bedroom. They went as they were laughing and they said, oh, those are the ones, the slay queens. And I knew that they were here only for the money. And he kept on telling me about the things that he wanted me to do. He gave me a tour of the mansion, showing me the various rooms that I would be responsible for. The kitchen is huge, filled with the state-of-art appliances, the living room decorated with expensive furniture, the kind that you can only see in magazines or top billing. Everything about the house is just luxury. But we kept on walking and walking. There are rooms that he did not show me, the doors that are always locked, hallways that seems to lead to nowhere. When I would ask about him, he said, this one is a private room, do not enter. This one as well, this is a private room, but do not worry about them. And I kept on nodding, and I kept on thinking, like, what was he hiding behind these walls? Why are they off limit? The first week passed and nothing really happened. I would clean the house, prepare the meals, and keep it professional. And he was not around most of the times. Each and every time when you will be at home, he will be upstairs. He would stay in his study. Sometimes he would say that he has been working really late and he will be sleeping. And the girls, they'll be in and out, in and out. So that was when I started to notice that he always made me to cook specific food. This man has money. In the morning, he eats pap. In the afternoon and in the evening, nothing else. And I noticed that each and every time when I would cook, he would say, I want you to leave 3 plates. So one was for him, obviously, but the other 2 plates that will be full of pap and mashoja, mopani worms that I prepared. I don't know who was eating the food as well, because as for the girls, like each and every time, Mr. D is always bringing in deliveries, fast foods for them. And there were times when I would overhear him talking in his study, but then I'll see that he will be alone, as if he is talking to someone, not on the phone, but having a regular conversation. It was not long before I started to hear whispers when he told me that he wanted me to work as a stay-in maid. So there was this other night when I had just finished preparing, like he always wants me to prepare pap and mashoja as usual, and I was cleaning up in the kitchen. That was when I turned around. When I turned around, I expected to see my boss, but it was not him. I saw something that is just like a nightmare. We call it a Tokoloshe in our country. It was just small, a little creature that was just there. It's like maybe it did not think that I was in the kitchen. When I turned around, I saw it for nearly 2 seconds and it just disappeared. In the blink of an eye, it totally vanished. For a week after that night, I could not shake the image of that creature that I had seen from my mind. Every time that I would close my eyes, I would see its glowing eyes staring at me from the shadows of the mansion. It was like something out of a movie, but it was real. I felt it. The strange thing was that after seeing this Tokoloshe, I did not quit because of the money. Triple what I had been earning at Checkers plus the bonuses that comes with the job. And then there was a car. This is what has been troubling me. Last week, Monday, he called me into his study and I had been dreading being alone with him ever since I saw that Tokoloshe, but I could not refuse. He was my boss, after all, and I still need the job. So when I entered into his study, he was sitting behind his large desk, and then I saw that there were some set of car keys in front of him. The moment that I saw them, my heart skipped a bit, and he was like, "Nom, sir, you've been working hard, and I think it's time that I show you appreciation." So I looked at the keys, and that was when he told me that these keys that I was looking at, it was a car, a gift for me, my bonus. It's an Audi A4 2017 model, and he said that he bought it at We Buy Cars, even though it's second hand. He said that it's still okay. So he left me speechless. The car has not yet arrived as such. He said that this is just a small gift. If I keep on working for him, more is going to come, he has since told me. When I was about to leave his study room, he said, wait, where are you going? That was when he took out his wallet and he gave me money, and he laughed and he said that this money that I'm going to give you, I want you to use it to pour petrol the first time that you're going to drive your car. The only reason as to why he has not yet brought this car to me, it is because I do not have a license yet. So I really do not know what exactly am I supposed to do. I have not yet told my friends or anyone. I have not told anyone about this. So this man, he has donated this car to me, and he has told me that since I saw something that is strange, he did not say the Tokoloshe, he just avoided using that word. He said that I know that you saw some of my things here, and I want you to keep quiet, and I just want you to cook just like the way that you have been cooking for the three of us. And I said, for the three of you, do you mean me and you and who else? And he said, no, for the three of us, me and my other things. That is what he said. So he has told me that all that I need to do is to continue doing what I have been doing, to cook for him pap and mashoja in the morning at 12, and exactly 6 p.m. I have to cook again, and I just leave the plates in the kitchen. So this is what he has told me to do. The money that he has been offering me, it is a lot. I have not yet made my choice, and I think that I am going to accept, because he asked me an important question. He said, okay, let's say that you do not want to do it. Maybe it is too much for you. Then what? Will you try to submit your CVs? Since I told him that the time that I got a job, there was a guy that I had to sleep with so that I can get the job. He said, do you want to go through with that again, with the way that I am giving you money? Just do your job and you are going to enjoy your life. A lot of people, he said, most of the people that you see driving their big cars, they have their own secrets. You can keep your own secrets and enjoy life. He says that we all live once, and it is up to us to enjoy the life that has been granted to us. He did not say God, but by our ancestors. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister who gave us this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Yo, Yane.